Hi, I'm Rebecca with Gardening Gracefully. I was just thinking about what I was talking with my kids this morning. We were doing a Bible study, and our theme for this month really is about contentment. I realize you're not going to just wake up and poof, I'm content, especially if you're a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old. Contentment takes time to learn, to establish, to be content in the small things, and to know that God is there and what you love, what you trust. Do you trust God? Well, then you're going to be content with what He's provided you. And one of the things that I was reading this morning, I'm going to read off this little pamphlet that I have, but it talks about how 50% of the children in the world, 50%, you guys, do not have either basic food, shelter, or clean water. Y'all, that's half the children in the world do not have one of those 3 basic things. Okay? And then 1 in 5 children live without safe water for them to drink. And 800 children die every single hour because they do not have clean water. 800 children, you guys. That's a lot. That's about, what, 575,000 a month. That's just something to think about. I mean, that's huge. Here in the United States, we are truly blessed. We have, clean water. Majority of us have clean water. We can go to the supermarket and get fresh food, but a lot of people across the globe, they don't actually have that luxury. We truly are blessed here, and to see that and to know that means that we need to be better at taking care of the resources we've been given. And that includes where we source our food. Is our food coming all the way across from Asia and we're having this huge, footprint of fuel, fumes, toxic stuff? I mean, think about this. That wouldn't even be thought of hundreds of years ago, to just get your food from across the world, especially fresh produce. You would grow it yourself, or it would be a little local community, a little local farming plot, It wouldn't be something that is so far away from you, where you're so far removed from it. And, that another thing it said on here was 1 in 7 people will go to bed hungry tonight. 1 in 3 children live without adequate shelter. Whereas, think about what we have here in America. The average American child has an 144 square foot bedroom. The average, okay? So there are some that are smaller, there are some that are larger. But some people in this globe, in this world, would love to live in my garage, I mean, they would love to have that as their home. And we have a place, like a home for our cars. I mean, so what are we doing with the things we've been given, the blessings that the Lord has really bestowed upon those living in America? Are we complaining about them? Or are we actually taking the initiative to help out our communities, to help out the world? 40% of our food in America goes down the drain. We throw it away. I would like to see more people having their own backyard gardens and putting that waste into the compost bin. I mean, just something that simple, and putting it right back into what your family is eating is going to help sustain crops and gardens, and passing on a legacy to your children of, this is where we get our food from. We don't just go to the grocery store to get our food. Chicken nuggets didn't just come off of an industrial pipeline. No, a chicken had to give up its life to give you that chicken nugget. And unfortunately, many kids don't realize that because they're so far removed from their food source. So I'm just saying, here in America, we are truly blessed. And we can go to the supermarket and just pick that bright red, juicy tomato off of the shelf. But how much more is it to teach behind what's there, where it comes from, where it's sourced, and to teach our children that this isn't just easily done. There's a farmer that went and grew that, that, threw away a bunch of produce that wasn't good looking just so he could get that one produce on the shelf perfect for you, the consumer, to go and pick it up. I hope that as time goes on, my kids learn to be more content, and my own heart to be more content. It is definitely a heart issue. It's not a physical issue. But in that, I want to teach them the groundwork of where we get our things from, where they're sourced from, and to hopefully put back in the community, the local community. Any abundance produce that we get in our yard, our little backyard garden, I bless others with it. This year I started 76 tomato plants and was able to give most of them away. I think I only kept 15 for myself. And so that was able to be a blessing to others and hopefully see them succeed in growing their own backyard gardens too. That's my hope for you guys, is to just see truly how blessed you are, realize where your food is coming from, and to be able to have that reward of, hey, I grew this and it is straight from the toil and work and labor that I put into it. And back in the Garden of Eden, God blessed Adam and Eve with being able to cultivate the garden. And that's what I long for you guys, to have that peace, but also, be able to troubleshoot and be able to learn new things through that experience and teach your kids that too. Anyways, I just wanted to share this with you guys and how it's kind of made me start thinking a little bit differently about the garden, or maybe broadened my thinking about the garden, and to just be thankful today. Be content in what the Lord has blessed you with, and know that you are dearly loved, my friends. God bless.